You
Get it
got
wrong.
something in store for me. You're freaking out.
Yeah, Team Spar.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Johnny Five Alive and Team Spar here, and we are back with some more Rollercoaster Tycoon co-op competitive play. And this time we are playing on Bumble Beach. The objective is to have at least 750 guests in your park by the end of year 2, October, with a park rating of at least 600. This is the park. They start you off with a pretty decent coaster that's high, very high, medium. It's a wooden coaster. You get a Ferris wheel and a merry-go-round. And it feels like quite... At first you're like, oh, that's a small park. But then when you start building it, it's quite a big area. So let's take a look at... We're going to go look at mine first. I actually started compacting everything. So I could have done a lot better near the end. And yeah... I wasn't happy. I spent a long time, probably 4 or 5 months on one wooden coaster, but let's get into it. So I themed everything since it's Bumble Beach. I went with a bee theme. Everything's got like Bumble Bee coaster. Are you seeing my screen, Cody?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
So yeah, everything's got a bee theme. Everything's yellow. I've even got swinging bees and a Ferris bee, and I didn't name that one, I guess. So I got like a bee's knees, the dropper. I got the shake the beehive, the ultra extreme gravitron, and yeah. So I compacted everything really tight. Then over here, I made my own really good tree bees coaster, and it's just a bunch of little tiny bees flying around this track. It got a pretty good rating, a high, and a medium.
That's good.
Yeah. And it's quite long. It's pretty good. It's 1 minute and 21 seconds, so it's got some length to it. Got a crappy little log flume, whatevs. Just threw it in there. So I still had like a lot of space to build over here. Yeah, so it was kind of a bitch to get these guys in here. It was kind of scary. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it after all that. So yeah, I basically just colored the main coaster, and then I spent most of my time on this bitch.
Wow,
It's a monstrosity.
that looks cool though. It's
It's
like a
the,
dragon.
it's the Bumblebee coaster. I was gonna name it the Queen Bee, but I was like, I'm gonna outdo myself and make a better one, and that
It's
didn't
like
work
one of
out.
those dragons on like Chinese New Year. What are those dragons?
Yeah,
It's cool. No, that looks awesome.
it's a big one. It's probably better than the other one, but yeah, I got a high, very high, so it's a little bit too extreme for some people. The reason I spent so much time on this is I kept on getting the extreme problem, and I couldn't really figure it out because, like, you can see on this one here, this thing has like huge drops, huge drops, huge drops, huge drops. But I guess it's because it's so straight.
Could
And
also be the turn.
yeah, and I was doing like a drop, turn, drop, turn, and I had to even it out here, but it was a little bit crazier before. So I just had to, yeah, really try and shave it down. All these crazy turns just made it really
This is
extreme.
impressive.
Yeah, but it was even more impressive before, but it was obviously not impressive because it was ultra extreme.
Yeah.
So that took up all my time, and unfortunately, and then I built this guy by scratch,
I
and
like this guy.
it looked a lot better before. We could put it on test mode. It looked a lot better before, but obviously this is an unsuccessful coaster. It's ultra extreme.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
So,
Oh, that first drop. What are you doing there? That's crazy.
but that's not even as bad as this one.
I think it's turning and dropping.
But that's what the corkscrew's supposed to do. It gives you. Before I had like 3 turns. But yeah, you can watch it. Watch how slow it goes. That's not that crazy. Up. And look at it. It goes so slowly here. It barely makes it around the corkscrew.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so slowly, and then it drops down. This is where it goes fast, so I'm thinking maybe that one rush makes it ultra extreme. But it's going slow, and look it's going slow.
I like the climb. I tried to pull that off and I couldn't, and then I gave up, and I just.
So I was trimming this thing down. It was a little bit crazier before, and
Ooh, I like
so I spent like 3 months on this one, and look it's going nice and slow, and then it finishes off fairly slow. So I think it's just this one turn here, this one whip. Other than that, like it should have been fine. So I would have liked to played for an extra month and trying to figure out how to fix this thing. And then I could have fit one more coaster in here, one big one, and I would have been done. But I jam-packed everything in here. I got quite a bit of attractions. Where do you check that? Your rides. Yeah. So I don't have, actually, I didn't focus on food. It's a lot of, what do you call it, thrill rides. This thing was pretty funny. This one in the corner, it's a bee simulator. And they just shakes them inside. And it's so popular. Look at the lineup. Bee simulator.
I like it.
So I got a lot of little rides packed in here. And then I wanted to do all the big coasters on the outside. But I obviously ate up all my time on these stupid coasters. But this one actually worked out, so I fixed it. This one, no one's ever going to go on it. That's unfortunate. So that's me, man. That's me. That's a 6-minute tour. Let's try and keep these a little shorter. That's me. So we're gonna switch over to Cody. Cody, are you recording?
Yes. Oops, I forgot. I have to share my screen. I love the way you compact stuff. But. Oh, it's like.
You got something in store for me. You're freaking out.
Yeah, Team Spar.
Oh Jesus!
I've tried a couple colors and like this is the only way to really like get it.
What a flowers. Yeah.
You can see. Cool. Wait. So I did this. Well, actually, I'll just give you a quick tour. I'll show you later. So mine is big, expansive, not as tight. And I didn't know color coordinating. It was just like, I find that I like the parks that are just kind of mishmash. And then
I like what you do with the ground there. Little triangles in the ground.
Yes, that's what I decided how to decorate. So yeah. So the coaster, I came in and I built this little guy. Probably the least.
Zoom in and push play.
Oh yeah, it says play. Okay, so there we go. See, I literally just paused.
Those triangles look cool.
Yeah, so
you did do decorating. You put fences in and food courts. Mine was crappy that way.
Yeah, so if you look at my, that's my. I only took out 1,000 or 10,000.
I never went over my stats, but I did.
So this is when I stopped doing park stuff and started doing decorating. And in the ground, and I was like, I wanted to do something new. I started to do some stuff, and I just didn't like what I was doing, and I ended up doing the ground stuff, and I was like, that's kind of cool. And I was like playing with like the bricks you can see down here, and I did this thing, and that's where my park rating stuff went down. But overall, I mean, I did one of my better actual ones. Like, guests went up a lot. Park rating was close to 900. There it is, 900. Yeah. So here's my little coaster. Pretty basic. Comes across. I don't even know where it starts. I forgot. It's big. It's long. Comes down. Comes across. Comes around. Comes built up. So it's like it's not crazy. It's very mild.
Yeah.
And, really.
That's kind of how you should keep the mini steel roller coasters.
Yeah.
They get really popular. Even if they're mild.
Yeah, I had no room for the corkscrew, so I just like built it up.
I kind of wish I did that with the corkscrew.
Just kept it simple.
Yeah.
And then
that's like the one at our local peony.
Yep, just like kept it. This one not as popular as this one, but you know, pretty.
At least people are going on it, unlike mine.
Yeah, and then this one's super popular. This is see how they're gonna fall. No, they're not. I love it.
It's simple, but it's nice.
I took actually the idea of the coaster that we have in our town, where it's like a big loop, but then an inside loop, but then it kind of cuts back in. But yeah, the one cool thing is like the terrain. I just had fun with the bricks. I was like doing a bunch of other things. I literally explored a few things, and I really like building up the terrain. I did that. I was like,
you can paint the inside of the terrain.
Yeah, with bricks and stuff, you can just set what you want, and then you can actually just.
Oh, that's something I haven't played with yet. Good call.
Yes. So doing that, and then like doing like.
What you should do is color the dirt. Can you do that?
The dirt, yeah, you can go like this, like the top.
Is there any?
No, it's like dirt or sand. It's like literally just.
I was gonna say if you could do wood, that would have been.
Well, that looks kind of weird. It's like pyramid. Oh boy, I got some new ideas. Anyways, well, yeah, what we do is the food court, and I was noticing what I always get in the thoughts is like, I'm very hungry, or I'm not hungry, and it means like they're hungry. It's like they go from food to food, and they're like, I'm not hungry, like leave me alone. So I think and then with people out here saying I'm starving, so I started to like
Or spread it out.
spread it a little bit more.
I think I'm going to do more central food courts, like one on one side, one in the middle, and one on the end.
Yeah, so I just like picking the paths. Yeah, I mean, literally nothing too crazy. I mean, I like this little guy was fun. Corkscrew was basic. I spent a lot of time on this one. Spent a lot of time on this.
Mm-hmm. No, it looks good. Your coasters are small, but they're
Yes,
cute.
like I got like decent.
I just went ham on my roller
high,
coaster.
high, medium, and
That's
then
good.
like medium, medium, low. Exactly what I was looking for. This one I
See-
wish it was a little bit more.
When I used to play this game as a kid,
Medium, high, medium. That's pretty good.
I would build even after the objective was done, and I'd build until the park was full. And for whatever reason, that stuck in my memory. So as you could see, like my area was like packed, and I was like, you could see me preparing to move into that open area, but I ran out of time.
Yeah.
And like I was ready to just jam pack as many rides as I could. Whereas you're kind of using the space better because you're like, okay, we only have so much time. And I'm going to spread things out, so you have a lot more open areas, things for less jam packed. But in the end, I think it looks aesthetically better. You get a little bit more spread, and you can see a little bit more of what's going on. So I think I gotta take a page out of your book because you can see that across all my parks so far. As I'm kind of like just jam packing everything and going wild,
Yeah, like
trying to make like
if I had
the
to do like a
craziest
5-year thing
Disneyland.
with this, it would be impossible. Like, how do you even?
Yeah, but that's the thing, you're not. So I got to look at the objective more and say, how do I want this to look at the end of year 2 or year 3?
I like these go-karts though. They go into the ground.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, come up and they do a little figure 8 above each other. They come
Yeah.
across. No, I had like.
I like it.
Yeah, it's very simple, very quaint. I wanted to learn a little bit more of the tracks, and I wanted to explore. I did like a few things, but I really like this look of the brick and the ledges and border them in. I'm gonna try to do something like that every time. Like
The roller coaster building is really tricky. Really tricky because you could make one wrong thing and then it goes ultra extreme. It's not as easy as you would think it is. It's something that takes a lot of practice. And the problem is you spend so much time building a roller coaster and then the objective ends. And what you would do if you're playing single player, you'd practice, and you go, that didn't work, and you would just reload your save. But because the way me and Cody are playing is we're not allowing reloads and we're only doing custom tracks. So if something goes wrong, you have to fix it on the fly. Next thing you know, you're spending 5-6 months and your park starts to fall apart. And I had barf everywhere. I forgot to put food courts down. And I did start it off good. And what I should have done with my park is really just kept with the density I was going with and added more thrill rides and just kept on pushing that, making it like a real clusterfuck. But I wanted to have that big coasters in the back taking it up, and the idea was to get 3 or 4, but I spent the whole time on one. Had I been reloading, that would have been a possibility. So definitely it's such a good game that you can play it a number of different ways, and I think the way we're playing it is kind of fun because it forces you to play within constraints, but you have that creative freedom as well. So you don't go too off rails too much, and what you're doing is you're utilizing your time well, I think.
Yeah, this time I because I failed the last objective, I was like, I'm not doing it this time, and so I really focused on the objective, and I knew what these people wanted, and I just hit the things. I was just like reading their thoughts a lot, going like, okay, what do you want? You want this? You want this? You want that? You want to focus? You're doing this, and I didn't really even. My park looked terrible up until like the last few months. It wasn't until like, this stuff came together.
That's what I've been noticing. Like, you don't need to decorate that much. It doesn't really make them that happy. And what I usually do is I spend the last few months to decorate, and I didn't get to do that. I was literally trying to scramble to finish that ultra extreme coaster. And
I actually just unlocked these, and I wasn't going to use these, but then I ran out of time.
Oh, that would have been nice on this.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, that would actually look pretty
cards
good.
for fences?
Look good in here. Like, I'd have done like a checkered pattern. I don't know. It's interesting. But
yeah, the last thing I want to say about this game is like the objectives are really fun, but I'd have to say the progression is kind of slow. Like, we haven't seen these cards and mushrooms yet, and that's just scenery. But like we're kind of like pretty deep. Like Bumble Beach is pretty deep in, and you still don't get that much for Bumble Beach. So we're gonna like start doing
like my roller coasters and scenery is like capped. I got one
Yeah,
scenery thing.
we haven't seen a lot of the roller coasters in the game.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do some harder objectives later on, and we're gonna play around with the different unlocks and stuff. So there's still lots to be had, but yeah, it's interesting playing each one of the scenarios. I mean, part of me wants to do them all just to see what you can do, but some of them are a little bit too ambitious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like these small, tight little maps.
Oh boy, look at that.
That's-
There you go.
Food courts with chess pieces and
Oh my goodness. Anyways, I'm getting all these new ideas.
yeah, we will definitely do this again.
Anyways, I think I like your park a little bit more than mine.
I feel the same way about yours.
I did a very my rating and stuff is great this time around.
I think you beat me on stats because I ran out of money. I had max loan. I didn't have 1,000 guests, I don't think, and my park rating was good. I think it was the same as yours, but I spent too much time. Like I didn't normally. I get like the food down. I get the decorating down. There's a lot of things that I just nailed down to make sure that they're all happy, which I didn't get to. And then suddenly I was having money problems. Like I usually destroy the objective in terms of money.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why this time I wanted to focus on that a little bit more, because I usually just focus on aesthetics, and then I kind of wanted to like try like coasters last time, and then this time I was like, you know what, I want to do the objective.
This time my focus was trying to build a big wooden coaster, and I've actually never did that yet. That was my first big wooden coaster that I made. So I shit the bed on it, but I came out with a nice wooden coaster.
It's not bad.
It's pretty big and ambitious, so not too bad.
Build like a little. That's what I should have been doing. Anyways.
I think what we could do in the future or in the coming up scenarios is add challenges to the scenario. So we both have to say, like, make an agreement, like we both have to have a wooden coaster and like a steel coaster. Or
yeah.
like something like that, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
we both have to have something. We have to layer the objectives, make them even more difficult.
I like the idea of like either limiting the money or maybe
Well,
doing
it's
like
pretty
length of ride.
Yeah, like we have to have a 2-minute ride or something.
A 3-4 minute ride, 2 minute ride. Like these are already like 2 minutes.
Are they?
Something like that, right? Where's the time?
90 seconds.
That's not even that far off. So
Yeah.
what is this one?
90 seconds.
Okay, 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, a 3-minute ride.
Yeah.
A 3-minute ride.
Yeah, we'll definitely mix it up in the coming scenarios. So, anyways, that's Sweet Park Spar. Yeah, so that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and we will see you guys in the next theme park.
Wait, too far. My garden, it's dying.
You need to water it. Are you still recording?
You are only on watering gardens. There, look at it. It's coming back.
Spar's dying.
Oh no.
That's so cute.
That's
Look at him filling it in. It's like they just lowered the saturation and brought the pixels down. That's amazing. So many nice details in this game. So many nice touches.
That's amazing. There we go. Bringing it back, baby. Bringing it back.
Yeah, this is the craziness of it all. I packed it in. So I started, my very first thing I did was made this Dinky Coaster 1, the red and yellow one. And it's not that entertaining. The excitement is a medium, intensity medium, and a nausea rating low. So it's not too bad, but it just kind of does a few turnarounds. It's nice and high, so I could build underneath it. And yeah, and then inside here I crammed in a food court. I did some decorating,